What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. And this time I am back with a recap of Basketball Wives. This is season 7, and I forgot the episode number. So this is going to be the most recent one of, July 30th. It was a pretty decent episode. It wasn't the drama. I guess we're going to be getting that. And that's kind of what, I ain't going to lie, y'all. That's what your girl like. But this is more like family oriented and dealing with issues. I really do like that they are taking the chance to deal with certain issues. Deal with, Malaysia being scared of police officers because her brother was murdered by a police officer. Then we have, Evelyn reconnecting with her grandfather and taking him to California and, them bonding and building their relationship. Then the whole family, her mother, I believe her daughter was there, I'm not sure, but I know they were in Puerto Rico and they saw the damage from the hurricane that took place there. And, it just really put everything in proper perspective for Evelyn. Evelyn also mentioned that she's taking this time to, bond with her family because she's still dealing with her breakup with Carl. My thing with you, Evelyn, with your breakup with Carl, though, is this. I do like your storyline this year. You bonded, with your family. That's all good. But I want to know, are you going to dig a little bit deeper with the men that you date and why you date them? Why you don't stay with anybody. And I'm not sitting up here telling you guys to stay with somebody for 10, 20 years and, just your whole life. And I'm not saying that, but Evelyn, I just feel like when it comes to your dating life, I have said this time and time again, you need to make better choices. And you need to stop just getting with people for money. And it's so funny because they make fun of Jackie and how long she's been married to Doug. And, and I know that their marriage probably isn't perfect, but you could tell that Jackie is very much so committed to her marriage. And it just seems like a lot of these women on here, they need to be like that. It's like they're not like that. It's this take it or leave it attitude. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, Evelyn keeps being cheated on. I don't think it's you being cheated on. I feel like you are with these men for mainly the money. And you need to make better choices. It's as simple as that. It's the same thing with Jennifer. Jennifer had a scene that she was talking to Kristen and she's sitting up there telling her, everything that she's been through, with her relationship with Tim, and she's in and out of the courts. And Kristen agreed to help Jennifer go to her next court date since Evelyn was going to be in Puerto Rico. And I'm just sitting up here looking at you, Jen, like, you need to make better choices as well. Like, it's just like, you bitches are too old. And I feel like her and Evelyn, the part that they get wrong with their relationships is they are too superficial. They are. They really need to stay away from the athletes, stay away from people that's famous. Yes, you could date somebody with money, really get to know him. Most of the people that have been in successful relationships, like a Beyonce, and people are like, well, Beyonce was cheated on. And people cheat and do shit in their marriage and they stay with the person because maybe they can survive all of that. I mean, shit is going to happen in whatever relationship you get in. You know what I'm saying? You may be with somebody with some substance issues. You may be with somebody that goes bankrupt, goes broke. Like, you gotta be there for those hard times. And if you just getting up and bailing when shit is hard, then you're not really committed to the relationship. So I do see those tendencies with Evelyn and Jen. And remember, I told y'all that guy that Evelyn was with, he said, Antoine, he said once his money ran out, then she was gone. And I could kind of see that. I could kind of see that, but then Evelyn said he was doing a lot of cheating. So I don't know who's telling the truth, but I do believe some of what Antoine was saying. You can see a pattern with people. People go from person to they don't never stay and work shit out with anybody. So I don't know. I feel like they both need to get that together. Jennifer, let's get to you and you sitting up here. Well, I don't have a problem with Malaysia. You may not have a problem with Malaysia, bitch, but bitch, Malaysia has a problem with your ass, okay? For you putting her in some shit that she had nothing to do with. So, Jennifer, you need to own that. I feel like you need to apologize to Malaysia because I feel like the shit is just getting ridiculous. You sitting up here talking about how you feel so alone and you feel so this and so that, but you have to own your shit. Just apologize. Don't say, oh, well, I got text messages too. That's not really apologizing. Own your shit. Own the evil shit that you was going to do. Tami, this shit is still on your ass. This is a Tami and Jen thing. I'm more mad at Tami, though, for even bringing the shit up. Because sometimes as women, we have these little evil plans and we be wanting to get back at people. And you know it's not right, but it be a thought at the moment. And then you got messy ass bitch. Remember you said this. Remember you said that. Tami specifically brought all this shit up so Evelyn and Jen could divide and she could conquer. That's what this shit was about. And it didn't even work. It didn't even work. They're still in contact with each other. So I felt like that was just stupid. But Jennifer, you go and you see this counselor and you saying, you know, your mother passed and you keep making the wrong decisions in your relationships. And, you know, I feel like that happens because you're not keeping it real within yourself. You got to keep it real. You got to stop dating people for the wrong reasons. You got to stop dating people because you're vulnerable or, you know, you just lost your mother or you're afraid to be alone. It seemed like you date for like the wrong fucking reasons. Another thing I was looking at, and I know you guys were looking at too, this whole thing with Jennifer and Tim. I've actually had people on social media say they don't know who to believe. I'm kind of looking at them both like they're crazy. I still feel like that fucking Tim is crazy. I do. She could have been doing shit to him too, because now that I'm seeing that she got this little side to her, that shit, you know, can get ugly with her and she could be plotting and shit. Jennifer, I don't know. Maybe you was doing some shit with Tim too. I don't think it was just one of them now. I'm starting to look at both of them sideways. They did not grant her permanent restraining order. She acting like she's so scared. And I don't feel like Tim is going to come after her no more. I mean, I know I'm not involved in the situation, but I don't feel like he's going to keep trying to fuck with her. I really don't see it like that. I feel like you guys are done. You know, he done moved on and hopefully you can move on too. But yeah, Jennifer, you definitely need to stay in some type of therapy or counseling. You have a lot of issues as far as you can't keep a friend and, you know, your mother is gone. I feel like you're still hurt and vulnerable over that. And that's very explainable. I mean, that's understandable. Okay, so let's talk about, and if you guys didn't know, this recap of Basketball Wives, it's not going to be in any fucking particular order. I'm going to just be talking about different stuff out the blue. Next, we got Jackie and Reggie. Jackie is helping Reggie plan this proposal to Tami, and Jackie had him trying to put a ring around a fucking, baby horse or of some sort. I don't know what the fuck that was. Jackie, you so fucking crazy. One thing I did like with the scene was, I feel like this, and I'm going to say this about Jackie. Jackie has definitely came a long way. She's came a long way. By the way, you guys, I am now reading her daughter's book. So I will be doing a review on that. I don't know when you can expect that from me. Well, I guess once I'm fully done and, you know, can kind of get my thoughts together. But I will do a review on Takari's book. But I am proud of Jackie. I didn't get to put that in my last review. I'm proud of, you know, just her growth. And I'm going to say this, and one thing that has pissed me off about people is people keep saying, well, Jackie's so different this season. Jackie's so this. Jackie is not perfect at all. Jackie can be fucked up. Don't get me wrong. I've seen her act just as crazy and kooky as she could fucking act. But at the end of the day, I have seen patience from Jackie. I have seen maturity from Jackie. Her constantly apologizing to Evelyn, and which I wouldn't have did. I'm like, but Jackie is that type of person where she wants everybody to like her, which is not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing either, because at least she's trying to be neutral and be cool with everybody. So a person that's trying to get along with everybody, I don't have an issue with that. This shit with her daughter, she needs to heal that. And I feel like she will really come full circle. Her therapy is definitely working for her, but I've always seen the good in Jackie. It's not, I don't like the people that this season, oh, well now she's good. And because a lot of you motherfuckers allowed Shawnee and Evelyn to brainwash your brains, to make you think Jackie is this horrible, bad person. And she probably did that shit to Takari. I'm not saying that she didn't do it. I believe where there's some smoke, there's some fire. That's fucked up if she did any of that shit. But I'll address that at a different time. But as far as how she interacts with these ladies on the show, I feel like she's been pretty fair. If you don't fuck with her, then, you know, she ain't gonna fuck with you. But yeah, I really enjoyed her talking with Reggie. It just seemed like it was friendly, it was lighthearted, it was fun. I like seeing them. I think Reggie is so funny. He had me rolling throughout the whole time they was together. So I really liked her helping him to plan the proposal. Very nice. So we see this scene with Jackie and Malaysia, and pretty much Malaysia is telling Jackie that she still feels, you know, horrible after her brother was killed. She still don't trust the police officers. She needs to talk to her son about how to act when he sees a police officer. If he was ever to be told to put his hands up, just put his hands up. You know, don't be having your hoodie on. And it's a shame that we even live in that world. Like she said, I should be talking to him about karate and cars, but now I have to, you know, I didn't really like when she said, I got to teach him to be a black man. That's his father's job. Malaysia, you will never be able to teach your son how to be a black man. You could teach your daughter how to be a black woman in the world, but you can't do that with your son. You can, however, I did understand where she was coming from, though. You can nurture him and educate him on how to deal with the police. It is a very important conversation. I'm so happy that they are bringing some real juicy, not so much juicy, but I'm glad that this is a part of the show, because y'all know damn well at one point in time, we wouldn't be talking about this on Basketball Wives. It would have been everybody's mad at Jackie, and it just always was. That's how Basketball Wives LA used to always be. Everybody's mad at Jackie, and we'll spend the whole season trying to figure out why everybody is mad at Jackie. I'm glad we are reaching more episodes where we're talking about police brutality and racism. And, you know, I like where this is going. So Jackie encourages Malaysia to go see a counselor to, you know, deal with this situation with her fear of police officers, because it's just not a good place that she's in, you know, and if she really wants to help her son, she has to get help first, you know, and not think that all cops are bad. Evelyn also did some giving back in Puerto Rico to some kids, and I thought it was really sweet. It's like she teamed up, I guess, with the Boys and Girls Club or something, and gave them, you know, outfits and, you know, different little girly things and in these boxes. I felt like that was beautiful. I like that. I like the giving back. You know, I like what she's doing for domestic violence. I like that about Evelyn. I don't care what nobody say. Evelyn has some very likable shit about her. She seems very family oriented. She seems very genuine and wanting to give back and help people. So I like that about Evelyn. What I don't like is when she begins to play victim, and then when she's on her superficial shit, this is the Evelyn that I like to see. Also, really quick, Evelyn had this little family reunion in Puerto Rico. Her mother and father was dancing. She met some other family members. They're all dancing to this guitar playing. It was really nice. Like I said, I love this part of Evelyn, being with the family. It was nice to see her mother dancing with her father, and she hadn't seen him in so long, and now they have this relationship. It's sad that she's like middle age and this is happening, but better late than never, I guess. Okay, so let's get to this part with Tami and Jackie. They did have a scene with Tami, her daughters, and Reggie was grilling meat. I felt like that was cute. But at the same time, Tami, she had asked Reggie, well, did you get the ring yet? And he's like, yeah, I got it. I'm planning out what I'm going to do. And her daughters is like asking what she should do. And she's just acting so fucking negative about it. And that's something I don't like with Tami. Tami is not a decisive person. She's, as she's sitting and talking with Jackie in this scene, she's, oh, well, he done picked out the ring and everything, and I don't want to do it. I don't know if I should get married, and he still wants the baby. And, what if he decides he wants to leave and have a baby with somebody? I believe I seen a clip, and the man said, listen, I'd rather be with you than to have this baby. I don't get why you motherfuckers can't adopt. You don't need your own child. Just adopt. If you can't naturally have the baby, it's like Tami is... Look, I don't want to say the bitch is going through a midlife crisis. She may be. But it's just like, don't do this now. You told Jackie to go ahead and get the ring. You told her to help Reggie with the proposal, and now you acting like, well, no. And then Jackie is like, well, damn, Tam, you getting cold feet. And it's just like, it's not cold feet. It's just her. It's just her. Y'all already knew y'all wasn't gonna have a baby. So why all of a sudden you acting like you can't get married? I didn't like it, y'all. This man, I like Reggie. I think he's handsome. He's funny. I'm feeling Reggie. What I'm not feeling is Tami and this back and forth and this, oh, well, what if this happened? Bitch, get married. The man wants to fucking marry your crazy ass. And if I was Jackie, I would have been a little pissed with her. Like, bitch, I know you didn't just waste my time. But Jackie was very compassionate with her. So, I mean, that was their scene, y'all. I really enjoyed seeing Jen be vulnerable, and I enjoyed seeing her crying. Not because I take pleasure in her pain, but when a person is vulnerable, it's then you know that they are really keeping it real. I will say that. So, with that being said, I felt like she revealed that she had a lot of anger, and it has made her really bitter, and she hasn't made the best decisions because of it. And I believe she was talking about, I wish she would have directly talked about why she did what she did to Evelyn. I think that's what she was addressing, but I really wish she would have went in more and talked about that. But I was happy to see her in that space instead of the superficial, I look cute, girl, let's go get something to eat, Jen. It's just nice to see something real and transparent for once. So hopefully Jen gets a hold of those issues and she comes full circle and works it out and makes better decisions in her friendships and her relationships. Okay, so the last scene, we have Malaysia talking to her son, Gennaro, I believe that's his name. Very handsome little guy. He looks just like his dad. Malaysia has some really beautiful kids. It looked like they had been doing, some go-karting, and then she asked to pull Gennaro to the side because he's the older one and pretty much let him know, how his uncle was murdered and, if he is ever to get approached by a police officer, Malaysia wants him to put his hands up and, just kind of let him know that he doesn't have a weapon or anything. And he was just like, oh my God, mommy, this is weird. And she was like, I know. And I'm even sorry we have to have this conversation, but we have to have it. And I'm really proud of Malaysia for how she handled that. And I could really tell that Malaysia is a really good mom, because she's not just up in the world trying to avoid this. She's actually, taking the time to educate her son on how to deal with law enforcement. So very beautiful scene. And that is my recap, you guys, of Basketball Wives. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl Brand New, and I am out.